It is time, I think, my friends, that we've had a long time coming discussion about a really important topic, and I think we all see the writing on the wall. And this is the quintessential problem, is it not, when it comes to all movements that have existed since pretty much the beginning of time that man has ever tried to have movements against dark forces. And that's that there becomes a momentum which builds and builds and an expectation, but at some point, oftentimes, unfortunately, these efforts wane and fizzle. And I don't think that's going to happen this time. I really, really don't. I know it's not going to happen, in fact. But the problem in the past is that there's always been an expectation of a leader to rise up, somebody to take control of the situation that everybody can rally behind, right? Hoorah! And everybody feels good about this because then they don't have to really think so much independently about the facts. Let's just be honest. They can just kind of take what it is that they're being told and believe it and go along with the flow, and that feels easy and comfortable, and that's what we're all used to doing. But we are now moving into a new paradigm where all of us have an equality and a responsibility in a way that we never have had before. This is being made possible because of all the amazing changes which are going on in our world right now. And there are so many people who can share with you if you just look around and see. And if you have eyes and ears, you will see the amazing things that are going on all around you. It is incredible. And we're about to see a lot more incredible things very soon, my friends. Rest assured. The heart of the matter is, however, when it comes to Q and all these other movements, we need to not deceive ourselves into waiting for a grand leader. And I need to drive this point home because this is so critically important. Hear what I am saying. What is Q? Consider for a moment the letter Q. What does it represent? What other shapes and things does Q represent? Does it not possibly represent a brain, the human brain? What does Q stand for? What is the purpose of Q, and what has it evolved into? These are all very good questions. Now, I cannot tell you what the truth is. You have to find that truth for yourself. And everybody here involved in this movement can only be a signpost unto others. We are not moving into a paradigm where there will be one leader proclaiming one great truth that contains all of the knowledge and all of the secrets and acts as a gatekeeper. Okay, that is what we have had in the past, and it is not a functional system. It doesn't work for religion. It doesn't work for politics. It doesn't work for journalism. It is not a functional system. The way forward, my friends, is a system of transparency, of openness and equality, and shedding light upon the darkest corners and secrets of the world which have been hidden from us. These keys to the secrets of the mysteries of our creation and our history which have been hidden. Now is the time for us to seize our destinies back, our future and our fate, and not be victims to those who would set it for us, because we all know what kind of fate they have in mind. No. We have found out for the first time that we have control to manifest our own destinies. And so I ask you to consider for a moment what Q really stands for. And I know some of you already know this, but I'm just going to point this out for those people who are just kind of getting used to this idea and maybe aren't aware of all these amazing things which are in our universe, which we have at our disposal. The truth of the matter is, and again, this is my viewpoint, you need to find your own truth. But my view on this matter is that Q is all of us. There is no one grand Q. And if we all wait for him, we are going to be sorely disappointed. Q has been, from the beginning, and always will be, a collective, conscious effort. And that is the most important change, I believe, that we've had in the recent last couple months, is that this collective consciousness, which has always been there, we didn't really recognize it before. But now it's pretty much hard, nay, impossible to ignore. Anybody with eyes who are opening them can see this fact. Now, Q is not expectation of one man to rise up. There are many great men who are playing a part in this. And the beauty of Q is that it is a collection of ideas. Ideas are invincible. They cannot die or be murdered because they stand, like any truth, to be completely self-evident on their own. Ideas are bigger than any leader. Ideas are bigger than any Messiah or Savior figure or person who is going to save us from these woes. I suggest to you now that we are already saving ourselves, and we need to continue these efforts and even double down on them. We needn't wait for a leader to come, because we are our own leaders. Don't you see? We are Q. And ideas that don't fit with the collective will be cast aside naturally. And ideas that resonate with the collective will be accepted and resonated further. And that is the beauty of the creation of the world that we live in this collective consciousness, is that we have access to this amazing matrix and grid of common thought. That is our power, my friends. That is the true leader, the collective spirit of the human species. That is what we need to use and leverage. That, I dare say, is what we have been waiting for, and it has already arrived. So now each and every one of us have our own light to shed and our own story to tell, our own truth to find, and our own parts to play. But every one of us connects back to the original source. And while I know this to be true, it's not true and necessarily evident to everyone else yet. And that is what we need to do, is wake everyone up to the fact that we are all, at our core, the very same. We are in this together. And although I know that's very cliche and many people don't want to hear that, it is the truth. And anybody who has opened their eyes and listened to the world around you can see this. And many people all around the world, in different cultures and traditions, have different ways of expressing this idea. But fundamentally, these ideas all converge back to a central point, as though every one of our sciences and ideas and ideologies and schools of thought were each by themselves an individually colored star with a different shape and texture and brilliance. And all of them filter back through this one brilliant prism, okay? And so everyone can be individual and unique, but at the same time, we're all the same. Do you see how we are indeed both? And that is the greatest beauty of the cosmos, the greatest strength and our greatest weakness in our lifetimes on this planet. And it has been our greatest weakness, not naturally, but because this information has been lost to us. And now it is lost no more. I suggest to you that even the letter Q itself represents the human brain, and that it signifies the collective subconscious, the one, us, all of us, everywhere in the world, united together in a singular stride towards a better future through the gifts of free energy, free press, and freedom from our free will being taken away from us. Freedom from tyranny and oppression, where we have our own new standard of what is good and evil based on the golden rules. Pure and simple, easy to translate in any language. In fact, most of us who are born already accept these golden rules without even saying them out loud because they themselves are universal. And this is the type of system that we need to have moving forward. We need to continue naming the traitors. We need to departicipate from their broken system non-violently with civil disobedience and mass truth information bombs en masse to break down their illusions. And that is what is happening right now, my friends. And once we have accomplished this, once we have achieved enough gravity, enough mass with this vibration, then and only then will the true events occur. And we are on the cusp, my friends. We are quite nearly there. And I want to send this message all to you to reverberate positivity and love and light into this movement right now, because I don't think it's going to fizzle, but we need to push even harder than we ever have before. And I see it happening, and it is a beautiful thing. And we all need to stay strong now, stay the course, and we will see the results. That's all I have to say to you guys tonight. Just a little food for thought, a little bit for your consideration. All right, everyone, take care. God bless. Love and light. Peace.